to the process, he sees nothing wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's my starting point. Because it is a process. It is a process that's enshrined in the Constitution. The President swore an oath of allegiance to the Constitution of the Republic. And if you look, it's a procedural thing. And when you look at the way the article operates and the way we have seen it operate in the past, the President is mandated to take certain steps once he receives the petition, and that is what he has done. I haven't seen anyone actually attack the procedure so far. What I've seen is people conjecturing on the provenance of the petitions, etc., etc. But I mean, you know, in some of the instances, people are complaining about their own personal experiences, you know, so how can you say that was made up by the President or NDC or anybody else? You know, so we need to be careful. And let's not forget, that the same President Mahama actually sacked his own appointees or NDC appointees pursuant to the same provision. I mean, the process that started with Loretta Lamte, for example, it ended up in her actual dismissal. You know, and we had the Charlotte Osei example as well. So one needs to be a bit cautious when attacking some of our constitutional provisions and how they operate within our democratic context. It doesn't mean to say that the Constitution is infallible, and in fact, there's a Constitutional Review Commission or committee going on, you know, looking at things that have to be changed, because there are things that have to be changed, including even clarity on how this same Article 146 is supposed to operate, or the most effective way of making it operate in a way that stops all these kinds of conjecturing and et cetera, et cetera. So one needs to be cautious here. It is self-serving, as I said before, and so NPP just need to take a step back, because to be honest, they've got far more, you know, like they've got real things to worry about. Yeah. They have to fix their party. And if they are serious about winning the next election...
The NPP has to fix the party. I mean, it's interesting because we've had fix the country, fix yourself, and now you're saying fix the party.
Fix the party. You know, they have to fix the party. And that is, if I were them, that's where my focus would be. Because without that, that's the foundation of winning an election. And if you don't fix your party, how are you going to win the next election, if that is your ambition, unless they plan on being in opposition for a long time? You know, so I've said this before, that, you know, it's not every battle that you have to fight. Sometimes you have to lose some battles to win a war. And really, is this a battle? I mean, I don't see anything wrong so far with what the President has done. If we get to a point where he does something wrong, then we'll all see that he has done something wrong. But so far, I mean, really, what is all this about? It's much ado about nothing, as far as because the CJ has been suspended because they believe the Council of State, 31 or 30, whatever, out of only one person abstained, from my understanding, believe that there is a prima facie case to be answered. And we don't have any threshold for what that means. Therefore, we have to trust the judgment of those sitting on the Council of State when exercising their mandate under this constitutional provision. Right. And when you look at some of the things, if they are true, you know, if indeed, if I just take one example, she used, you know, her official entitlement for private gain. Isn't that what Loretta Lamte was supposed to have done? Right. Using her own official entitlement, because she was entitled to it, to refurbish her home, I believe. I can't remember the details, but, you know, so is that not the same thing? So what is all this? Where were they? I mean, you know, so we just need to be careful, because if you have sacked a public official for doing exactly the same thing, why is it that when the Council of State deliberates and says that, well, look, hang on a minute, let's all pause, there's a prima facie case to be answered, you have a problem with it?
Okay.